Morning everyone, I hope you all are having a good Sunday. I will start with quadratic inequalities. I'll highlight some steps and then we'll move straight into the example problems. Okay, so I think the first step is to basically solve the equation. And however, if the function or the expression, the inequation is not factorized, then I would suggest use the quadratic formula to factorize. Okay, if in the case it is not, then step 2, we'll plot the graph and follow the inequality sign. So these are basically the steps. So let's go ahead and look at an example. So here we are. Let's have a look at example 1. It's x squared minus 4x, not 5x. 4x minus 5, and this is greater than 0. Now here, remember, this is not factorized, so we need to factorize. Once again, I'm gonna highlight the values. So a here is the coefficient of x squared, which is 1. B is the coefficient of this term here, which is minus 4, and C is the number on its own, which is minus 5. Okay, so using the quadratic formula, which is x equals negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac, and whole thing is divided by 2a. Okay, that's a 4 here. So let's sub in the values. So what's minus b, which is minus 4 here? So that's a minus 4 plus or minus square root of minus 4 squared minus 4. A here is 1 and C is minus 5, and the entire numerator is divided by 2 into positive 1. Okay, so let us solve. So this negative will apply to this minus 4, will make it positive 4 plus or minus. Let's solve the square root. So what's negative 4 squared? Remember, the square of a negative number is always a positive, so that's going to be a positive 16. Multiplying minus 4 times positive 1 is a minus 4, and then minus 4 times minus 5 is a positive 20, and this whole thing is divided by 2. So solving for this term now, 4 plus minus square root of 16 plus 20 is 36, and whole thing is divided by 2. So from here I can split my this terms into x1 and x2. So x1 is basically 4 plus square root of 36 is 6 divided by 2, which is 4 plus 6 is 10, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. x2 is 4 minus 6, and whole thing is divided by 2, 4 minus 6 is minus 2, divide by a positive will give you a minus 1. Okay, so these are my x values. So x is an element of minus 1 and positive 5, and these points are also called the critical points. Which I will use it to sketch the graph. So after finding my critical points, I will then go ahead and plot my axes, so something like this. And now I know that -1 is somewhere here, and let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is somewhere here, and then I would look at the original equation. So it's x squared minus 4x minus 5, which is greater than 0. Now because this is a greater than, there will be a open circle here and in here, and because this is greater than, this means that my graph will look something, oh sorry, that's not good, it's gonna be something like this. Okay, it's gonna be, that's not good enough. Okay, so from here something like this. Okay, and because this is greater than, I will shade these regions will be shaded, which means another way to look at this, you can say that all the x values are greater than 5. Okay, see, so it can be 5, 6, 7, 8 and so on. So we can say x is greater than 5, or all the x values that are going to the left, which means this is less than -1 or less than -1. So this is a way to list the range, the domain as well. Okay, let's have a look at example 2. Okay, so in this case we'll follow the same steps, but one thing to keep in mind, that we have to be very sure about the shape of the graph. Okay, now what do I mean by the shape, I'll let you know in just a minute or so. So let's solve this. Here we don't have to factorize because this is already factorized. So solving for the brackets, 3 plus x is less than equal to 0, and then 1 minus x is less than equal to 0. So solving for x here is less than equal to -3, because that's a positive this side, and here what I can do is, if I want to keep x this side, so minus x less than equal to, I'll take this positive 1 to the other side, that's going to be a minus, and I'll divide both sides by a -1. Now remember, when multiplying or dividing, the sign changes, so this becomes greater than equal to 1. So these are my two x values. Okay, now I know for a fact that I'm gonna plot this here. So it's a very bad axis. Okay, so something like this. Okay, so I know that 1 will be here and -3 is somewhere here. Okay, but I have to be really sure about the shape. Okay, now because it's less than equal to, sorry, you have to look at the original equation, which is over here. So just have a look at this. This is less than equal to, so I know I'll be shading down. Okay, I know I'll be shading down, but so this will be a filled in circle here, filled in circle here. Now what do I mean by the shape of the graph? So if x squared, there's a positive in front of x squared, shape will be like this. Okay, and if there's a negative in front of x squared, then shape will be like this. Okay, so how do I find out? How do I know if this this inequation has a negative or a positive in front of x squared, well, we simply expand the brackets. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. It's gonna be 3 plus x multiplied by 1 minus x. So multiplying 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times minus 3 is a minus 3x, x times 1 is positive x, and x times minus x is minus x squared. So we can go ahead and simplify this. This will be a minus 2x and minus x squared. Okay, so this is what I mean. This negative in front of x squared indicates that the shape is going to be like this. Alright, so I'll go ahead, go back to my graph, and I'm going to draw a shape something like this. Okay, and this will be something like this. Okay, and both will be filled in circles here because of that equal to sign. And where will I shade? Where will I shade? Look at the original function. Because it's less than, then this will be shading down. Okay, less than means shade down, so that means all the values less than -3 and all the values greater than. So I can write my domain as x is less than -3 or x is greater than less than equal to or greater than equal to positive 1. Okay, so x is less than equal to -3 or greater than equal to positive 1. So these are some ways which we can solve inequalities. I have discussed two problems where one I have used the quadratic formula to solve and the other one it's factorized, but I need to be really sure about my shape. For example, this one we could see for the first one there is a positive. Okay, there's no negative in front of x squared, that's why the shape is upwards, and over here it's going down because there's a negative in front of minus x. Okay, so basically that's it. Give an activity, so you can try this out and write your answers in the comment section, and I will definitely have a look. So you can solve this one. X squared less than x